Hey guys, kia ora, whakalofa lahi atu, and no mai hoki mai. Welcome back to this week's podcast episode. Thank you so much for being here. Ngā mihi nui kia koe. On this week's podcast episode, we are talking all things showing up. How to showing up in your life, and not just being present, like not just showing up and being present. It's like showing up, wearing what you want to wear, the clothes, the shoes, the hair, the jewelry, the makeup, the no makeup, the nails did, the no nails did, all these things, like fully showing up outside as your fully expressed self, but also in those moments, being who you want to be and showing up, whether that's online, because I know a lot of you have businesses as well, and you need to be showing up online. You need to be showing up to be like, hey, gaining awareness for your business. And we're going to talk about worrying about what other people think as well. Or it might be, with your family or friends. You don't wear or say what you want to say because you're like, oh no, they're going to mock me. They're going to talk shit about me. They're going to put me down. It's going to be awkward. I'm going to get triggered and all the things, right? So I really think this is important. And if I speak about myself, for a long time, I hid who I truly was. If you think about yourself as a child, I feel like as a child, we are fully expressed because we don't know any different, right? We grow up in this world and we don't know anything. So we behave the way we want to behave, the way that we are, right? Because we haven't been conditioned. And then as we grow up, we get conditioned maybe by the people around us, our moms, dads, caregivers, whoever's raising you. And then, your friends at school, and then your teachers, and then social media and all these other things. And then you get conditioned to think all these other things and to worry about what other people think. And they might tell you to shut up, you're too loud. For me, I was told a lot, you're too loud, Leash, you're too extra, doing too much, chill out, stop doing that. And yeah, that was a lot of, who I was. I would, wear crop tops and show my stomach and stuff. And people would comment on that. And, as you go on, slowly you do start to dim your light. As a child, you're just your free self because you don't know anything else. And then people start, dimming your light, projecting their insecurities onto you. And you do start dimming your light. You start taking a piece of what they've said and it becomes a part of you and it sticks with you. And we've all got probably pivotal moments in our lives where somebody may have commented on our weight or commented on the way we look or something about us. I had someone commented on my ears, and for a long time I didn't know that my ears were any different. And then when they were, I was like, oh, now I'm self-conscious about my ears, right? In school I used to get called moonhead, and it's because my head's oval like a moon, and I never noticed, and it's a bit flat, right? But then that became an insecurity, and an ex-boyfriend of mine's commented on my arms that they were so big, and it became an insecurity that my hair was too frizzy, that my cheeks were so red, and it's those become, the things and why we hide ourselves and we become insecure in these spaces. And it's unlearning that shit. It's deciding, no, I don't maybe to you, but I don't want to make that mean nothing. If people keep telling you, you're too loud, you're too loud, you're too loud, it's oh shit, something's wrong with me. Okay, I'm going to become quiet. It's going back to those moments in low-key, you're healing your inner child, right? You're going and getting, young Leash and being like, yeah, girl, you are so extra, and that's okay. And those people aren't for you, but come over here. Let's go create our own safe space. Or, you are loud, and I love that about you, and you're fucking incredible, speaking those words into yourself. So there is a part of everything in showing up. It's becoming secure in yourself, right? Knowing yourself 100. What are those insecurities and why are they there? And are they yours? And do you choose to believe that? Or would you like to choose something else? For me, I want to choose something else. Yeah, actually, my arms are fucking huge and they're fucking amazing because look at all the things. I wouldn't have this whole setup if it wasn't for my arms that brought all these things here, right? The camera, the microphone, I wouldn't be able to do this, I wouldn't be able to do this, all these things, and being grateful for it and changing and flipping the script changing the narrative to what once was your arms are too big and it's ugly and disgusting and you're too fat and all these things. It's like, no, I don't want to believe that anymore. I'm not going to. And I'm going to start showing up and showing my arms if I want to, I'm going to start showing up in the world, really getting clear on where that shit comes from. What's stopping you from showing up? What's the thoughts in your head? Are those yours or are they someone else's? Do you want to give them back or do you want to believe them? What is it? When you show up in the world as your fully expressed self, it's like you proving something to yourself, right? It's telling yourself in the world that like you're here, you're ready, you're taking up space, you're worthy for this. It's like solidifying all of that, right? And if you keep hiding, you're telling yourself you're not worthy, you're not good enough to show up, you're not pretty enough, you're not this enough and that enough and all these enoughs. And it's like, no, we need to change that up because it's so important that we show up and we get to express ourselves fully. For those of you who have had moments, and you might want to think about this as well, where are some moments where you can fully show up? For me, around Mitts, I can fully show up as no matter what I wear, what I say, what I do. I do some crazy ass shit behind these doors, and he takes me as I am, and I feel fully expressed, and I feel my best. And other moments is like when I'm out roller skating, I fucking show up fully, and I'm fucking amazing. When I go to events, I show up fully. I'm all this. Like, what are those moments where you can show up fully? Think about some times in your lives, whether it's on your own, doing something or it's with certain people, where are you showing up fully? And then also, where are you not? And who are those people? And what are those things that you're in where you're not showing up? Maybe it might be at work where you're not showing up as your fully expressed self because you're like, oh, the way I look and the things that I actually wear and the way I talk and walk and all these things, if I was to show up fully expressed in that part, that wouldn't be professional. I wouldn't be a professional leader if I did that. And I'll tell you as well, when I was flight attending, when I was flying privately, right? I was a cabin crew manager there, and I would hide myself and I would change myself because I was like, if I actually showed up as my fully expressed self, I would look unprofessional. They would think less of me. I wouldn't look as smart. I felt like I had to put on this facade to be smart, to show that I actually deserve this position. I wouldn't talk about like outside activities that I would do. Like, I'd change myself to fit in, right? And over time, because I was working on myself, I'd slowly open up to different people in the company, and those people fucking loved me and they were amazing. And it was like I proved to myself that I can show up fully here and they're not going to think less of me. And even if I do show up fully to, say, the pilots, those were some people that I didn't really show up fully to because I was like, no, I have to be professional. I can't speak. I can't talk, all these things, really worrying about what they would think of me. If I did show up and they were like, oh, we don't like that girl. Like, she's dumb. She's this, she's that. That's on me. Because I have to build the secureness. I have to be so secure on myself that when somebody says, oh, she's so stupid, how did she get that job? She shouldn't be a manager. She's so unprofessional. It's knowing like, am I unprofessional? I don't think so. Maybe I am. Maybe I am to you. But I'm not to me. And I'm okay with that. If you think that, I'm okay with that. It's water off a duck's back. It's like, I'm good because I know that I am professional and I get the job done and I am secure and safe and I do all the things right and where I am right. So it comes back to you and building up the way that you feel about yourself, the way you talk about yourself, the way you see yourself, all these things, being so fucking secure that you don't have to prove yourself to other people. And there's a saying, I heard it first from one of my coaches, Erica. She said, let them be wrong about you. And once I heard that, I was like, damn, I got to look into this. It is actually anonymous who says the quote is, let them be wrong about you. There's nothing to prove. And let them be wrong. Let people outside be wrong about you. They might think, because we can't control other people, right? We can barely control our own thoughts. What makes you think, or our own lives, what makes you think you're going to control everyone else's thoughts about you and everything about you, right? Outside of you. We can't do that. The only person we can control is ourselves, right? So let them be wrong about you. They may think you're not pretty, you're not sexy, you're not smart, you're stupid, what you say is stupid, what you do is stupid, your business is stupid, you look stupid, you should cover up, you're too fat, let them. Let them. And what you need to do is you need to build that strength within yourself to be so secure that when they do say something about you, it's like, okay, that could be true. That might be true. When people say, oh, I don't like too much orange. You got too much orange. Going, I could see that makes sense why they think too much orange, because everything I fucking do is orange, right? So it's like, yeah, to outside looking in, it could be too much orange. But to me, in my life, I'm happy. This makes me happy seeing all this orange. It's fucking happiness. And why would I stop that? Why would I stop this big happiness of a fucking space? Because one person said it was too much orange, right? And it's so funny and it's so true that, people could say 100 nice things about you, and one person could say one mean thing, and we're going to note and we're going to really dig into the one thing that, somebody said about you. You're going to dwell on that, where you've got these 100 amazing, glowing reviews, testimonials of how amazing you are, but we're going to focus on this one person who didn't like us. And a lot of people try to go out there and change their perspective. No, why did you say that? And then you're fighting with somebody about why they don't like you. And sometimes you don't even like them either. You don't even like this person, but you're fighting with them to like you. Let's be okay with not liking them and them not liking you. Okay, you're not my cup of tea. You're not for me. You're not my people. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go where the people fucking love me. And I should fucking love me, right? If you feel like everyone or everywhere you go outside, people don't love you, it's coming back into you. Well, how can you build up yourself so that you are that safe space where you can show up for yourself within yourself? Because it's also, sometimes we go to show up, maybe it's thoughts you have about yourself. You're too fat, you're not good enough, the way you look is ugly, your nose, your hair, you're pointing out all these imperfections. No wonder you can't show up in this world, because you're tearing yourself down before anybody else gets a chance. You're not even supporting yourself. So it's like, work on you. And you're probably seeing a theme with everything I do. It comes back to self. We can't control or do anything outside of us. All we can do is control ourselves, and we got to change within. We got to change the way we see ourselves, the way we talk about ourselves. Hype yourself the fuck up. Be your biggest hype woman. And I want to leave you on this. Who misses out when you don't show up? And I shared this with a friend who owns a business. And one thing, and she said to me, she was like, how do you do it? Like, I see you showing up all the time and all the things. And I was like, babe, like, if you see, when I first started, I was a fucking train wreck. Sometimes I look back at the shit I've done just last month and I'm like, why the fuck did you post that? Why'd you say that? Why'd you, and that's good, because you see the growth, you see how far you've come, and, how much you've leveled up in that time. But one thing that keeps me going is all the people who are going to miss out if I don't show up. If I don't show up online, how many Polynesian women out there are not going to get the help they need? How many plus size women out there are not going to get the help that they need? How many women out there are not going to get the help that they need, right? It's like, I'm here to create an impact, to help women to fucking change their lives, to be fucking confident and know that they're bomb as fuck and they're worthy as fuck as is. Like, your worth isn't up for debate. You're worthy right now. It's your fucking birthright. How many women, if I don't show up every day, are going to continue to struggle with confidence? Are going to fucking hate their lives, aren't going to change, all these things. So it's like, who misses out when you don't show up? For you, whatever you're doing in your business, think about your clients and the impact you will make. They're going to fucking miss out. All those people will miss out. Think about your kids. They're going to miss out. Think about your friends and your family and all these people miss out when you don't show up as your fully expressed self. And then you fucking miss out. You miss out on life. You miss out on enjoying your life, living your life to the fullest. You miss out on being the real you. You live a life like a fucking facade, fucking hiding. It's fucking draining when you spend your whole life trying to be somebody else. You miss out on your fucking life. Please don't be on your deathbed being like, fuck, I wish I showed up. Fuck, I wish I was more original and authentic and raw and real. And fuck, I wish I did that. It's like, no, baby, do it. Make it happen. Take action now. I love you. I'll see you next week on the podcast. Have an amazing week, you gorgeous, fucking amazing, beautiful human. Mwah!